What up, Dokkanners? Which characters should you be picking up with your precious coins? We are going to be talking about that now in today's video. I wanted to wait at least until we got the LR EZA for the Goku Piccolo before I made this judgment, because you never knew if this guy was going to be incredibly busted where he had to be a must-have. But now that I've seen the character, I can give my final opinion. So this is, of course, an opinion. So if you guys agree or disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. Whenever it comes to saving coins, it's always sort of a catch-22. You want to be ready for the next big one, but you never know when that's going to be. And at some point, you have to decide between either saving for the next big thing or living a little. So there's a lot of different ways to approach this, but there's sometimes certain characters where you just have to have it. And so depending on which, school of thought you come from, I'm sure people are going to have differing opinions. I feel like this is one of those rare times, though, where most people are going to agree on what to do here. So I'm going to talk about the yellow coin, and I'm going to talk about the red coin. I think I already talked about this in another video, but I'm just going to include it because the Saiyan Saga Vegeta banner dropped before part 2. Some people might still be unsure about that. So when it comes to this one, when is this guy going to be coming back? Let's start there, because maybe you want to be saving up your yellow coins for this unit. And the sad thing is, with how few legendary yellow coin summons there are during the year, I think there's like 4. These characters, when they come back, by the time they come back, you might not have gained too many yellow coins. So if your sole purpose is to get this guy, but you can't get him through your summons because the banner sucks, which it does. It's absolute garbage. Well, not absolute garbage. It's garbage, though. You might only have the same amount of coins by the time he comes back. So let's go ahead and see when he's set to return. Where did this guy place in the timeline? He is here in the part 2 pre-Golden Week. So if we go back to last year, pre-Golden Week part 2, I believe that was PyCon. Golden Week was this. PyCon was part 2. Okay, so if we check PyCon, let me pull up Dokkan Info and let's get PyCon. This is one thing I really like about Dokkan Info. So if we go to categories, we go to Otherworld Warriors, and we go to PyCon. So this dude showed up in the part 2 of April, and then he returned for the first time. The summon point banner doesn't count. He showed up for GOMAH. So GOMAH was in November. So from mid-April down to November 12th. That is how long it took. So that was 7 months. 7 months for PyCon to return on the GOMAH banner. Now at that point, PyCon was not a must-have, although there were some nice Otherworld Warriors and units that have released since that, make the category better, but it was not a must-have. And at that point, GOMAH just blew everybody out of the water. GOMAH is still transcendent and gifted and insane. But in the meantime, the other key point, let's see how many other yellow coin banners had released since. So since PyCon showed up, we had a TN banner pre-GDC. We had a Baby Bros banner post-GDC. Oh, wow. We had 2 other banners. Yeah, so we had 1, 2, and then the third one was the GOMAH. And out of the 3, obviously GOMAH was the best, but given the timing, not a lot of people were able to do many summons on this, and that led to a whole problem. But that's just gotchaing, right? So are we expecting a potential GOMAH to return from the point that we are now at, which is mid-April, all the way until November? If your priority is to get Piccolo, it's possible. With GOMAH being a thing, it's possible. So do you want to wait? You can. But here's the thing. GOMAH, when he first came out, was broken. And even now, he's still broken. This is one of those rare times where the newest character is still not the biggest catch in the banner. It's GOMAH. Piccolo, if you guys check out my showcases, you probably already can tell. This guy is good on Saiyan Saga because that's his natural category. But outside of that, and even in Saiyan Saga, his damage, in terms of organically being able to pull off his special beam cannon at max turn length, there aren't too many events that can allow you to do that sort of thing. So it's not even worth the effort because the damage output is not something that you need to be, focusing your entire strategy around. Other characters can do that and better with fewer requirements. Saiyan Saga is not a top tier category. So this is not going to change over the course of 7 months unless we get a major GDC or, maybe Dual Dokkan Festival LR Golden Week sort of celebrations where Saiyan Saga gets even more upgrades, which is, I guess, a non-zero chance of happening. In my opinion, it's not going to happen. So because of that, all factors point towards GOMAH still being the most valuable character, even now and even in half a year. So I think everyone, if you can, you should go after you should get at least one copy of GOMAH if you don't have the unit. If you do have the character, getting an additional copy is absolutely worth it. GOMAH is just that good. Now, GOMAH is not nearly as broken as he was before because there have been a lot of other fantastic LRs that have released. Granted, mostly Dokkan Festival and Carnival LRs since like Anniversary, GDC, and things like that. But in terms of a yellow coin banner, this is without question the best unit we've ever had for a yellow coin. And he still retains that title. So if you can, you should. When is the next time you're going to have to spend to get either this guy or somebody else? It's going to be after Golden Week, going into the pre-New Tanabata Part 2. Another celebration that is going to be essentially dead, where not really many people are too hype about it or care too much, mainly just because there's something bigger coming up. New Tanabata is now switching into the July time slot. This is where GDC used to be. I know that people are still going to be thrown off by this when we get to that point because some people are just not aware. I'm trying to make as many people possible aware. New Tanabata is now here. GDC has been pushed further down to coincide with the release of Dragon Ball Super Beerus. So this is going to still be a little bit of a wait in terms of like the new hype stuff. In the meantime, enjoy the current hype. GOMAH is part of the current hype. Whatever the part 2 is, if we get another GOMAH level character, I mean, that's just the way gacha gaming is. If you ultimately end up regretting after a few months, that's just how gacha gaming is. That's how they design the game. Like, they want you to spend now, enjoy the here and now, and then they'll make you regret on the next banner because the next one is better than the last. That's how it should be, but we've seen Dokkan clearly fail that time and time again, where some units just don't measure up. And again, that's this. The LR Goku Piccolo EZA is good, but within the context of Saiyan Saga. Saiyan Saga is not top tier in terms of a category, not an accessible team right now because a lot of the characters are new in terms of their release. So not many people are going to have the newest iteration and the best form of the Saiyan Saga team. And in that Saiyan Saga team, you would need to have these two. But if you don't care about that, which most people shouldn't, that also lessens the value of this guy in terms of picking up with yellow coins. So go for GOMAH. After, I have now gone on an 8-minute diatribe about why GOMAH is still the best. If you can get one copy, get him. If you can get 2 copies, go for it. If you can get 3 copies, I would even say go for that. He's just that good. He's just that good. Now, just quickly, I'm going to touch on the Dokkan Festival side. I said this before, I'm pretty sure, but do keep in mind that a lot of these characters are available in the Red Stone Shop. The Red Stone Shop is something that everyone is now able to get access to because you can farm out essentially 1 Red Dragon Stone per month. As long as you do the daily missions every single day, you can farm those jars of milk you farm a jar of milk once per day. Every 30 days, you can get 1 Dragon Stone. And so over 3 months, you can buy one of these 3 costing units. Over 2 months, actually, no, it's only 3 or 1. There's no middle ground. So normally, I would say go for the super EZA characters, but now that we've got Dokkan Frontier, that has sort of become the new thing that people are kind of using these red stones for. Dokkan Festival Ginyu is featured here. Yamcha is featured here. Gogeta, I don't even think, is Gogeta on the banner? Gogeta's not on the banner, is he? Oh, he is, yeah. Redstone, Redstone, Redstone. Is Raditz a Redstone? No. That's it. But they will be updating this Baba Shop, this section of the Baba Shop every 6 months. So this started, I think, before 11th anniversary. I believe this started around, was it here? So if I were to guess when the next update is going to be, it's probably going to be during New Tanabata or right before. So somewhere around here. So besides like Ginyu being a must-have essentially for Dokkan Frontier, the others, I guess you could kind of wait, but it just depends. But back to my point, since this guy's free, this guy's free, this guy's free, this guy's bad and irrelevant, this guy is only specifically necessary for some of the Peppy Gal events. Other than that, not necessary. Raditz, he's a great substitute for this guy, but as we've now finished the Saiyan Saga celebration, it's not a top tier category to the point where you must pursue. None of these characters are worth picking up with red coins. This guy is a good red coin pickup. However, like I said before, I don't consider him a must-have as well. If you want to pick him up, you can, because you simply want to assemble a nice artificial life form androids type team. This guy is a great foundational piece for the future of Android Saga, which eventually there will be more upgrades for. That team is in good hands right now. Over time, it will get better. He has started to lose a little bit of his defensive prowess, but he's still very good. But if you want to save, not a bad option, considering Golden Week is coming up in just a couple of weeks. We might even be getting a teaser or some sort of a preview or an announcement for what's going to be coming up in Battle Hour. Battle Hour is going to be happening in just a couple of days, and we might even see something starting as early as the 22nd, because the stone sales for this current Part 2 celebration are set to end on the 22nd. And Golden Week typically happens towards the end of April. So if it's happening a week earlier, there might be something weird going on. There might be doing some extra like cramming of celebrations to sort of make room for this giant Dragon Ball Super remake down the road. So saving your red coins is generally a safer move because the high value payoff tends to happen much faster. Whereas the yellow coins take a little bit longer. It's more of excruciating of a wait. But in this situation, don't wait. Enjoy the GOMAH while he's still good. Eventually, GOMAH will phase out and become older. But at the moment, what you get for a yellow coin in terms of value from this guy is really, really good. It's incalculable. All right, that's it. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, obviously like down below. Let me know in the comments if you guys picked up on the little office reference I made at the end of there. But let me know your thoughts on my philosophy in terms of picking up characters with yellow coins, red coins. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Have you picked up the GOMAH? Were you already going to pick up the GOMAH? What are your thoughts on the new LR Piccolo, Goku Piccolo EZA? Does that unit interest you in terms of picking up with coins? What did your ultimate decision end up being? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more Dokkan content in the future and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of myself do it. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.